Okay, hi, I'm Amber and I'm opening my HelloFresh box right now. Yeah. They always give me these coupons. It's so hard because even though it advertises as a free box, and it's really easy to cancel, like in every single case I've come across, it's just the person's required to cancel and they have to put their credit card in. So at least as I remember it, you have to set up some sort of pay method before they'll even let you see menus in many cases. Now I don't remember about HelloFresh, but it's just like, why would I don't want to give these away to people. That's weird. Oh, so here are my items today. So I accidentally went a little bonkers. One of the things with HelloFresh that is less transparent than many of its competitors is that you don't know how much you're paying. So like I accidentally signed up for 2 gourmet meals. In fact, I signed up for a gourmet level and a gourmet plus level. So I got hit with like a lot of charges, like 2 separate charges, and they were both significant. So oops. Hopefully I enjoy the duck à l'orange and the sirloin in a mushroom sauce. One thing I will say is the meat seems to be quite tasty, especially if you don't overcook it. It's really good. Now, I'm speaking from someone who almost exclusively eats frozen meat, so and frozen wild meat in many cases that's 1 to 2 years old. That's my normal, so the meat that they send is really, really good, but I've very few times in my life had fresh meat since adulthood, I should say. My family knew how to cook that. I had not picked that up until this stuff, so. Always with the coupons. Just coupons. Like it usually has like the wine coupons and stuff, which I've done before, and I have a lot of wine still, so I really don't need to sign up at all. One of the cute things that HelloFresh does is they put it in these cute little paper bags, all the ingredients for a particular recipe. Interesting. I mean, it's probably more work than it probably reflects in the cost more than necessary. If you think about the time to package and the materials involved, like it's a couple bucks they could have shaved off. I mean, that they're not making us profit and that we're paying for something. So it's nice, but maybe not totally necessary. It's heavy. This one's all moist. Oof, I don't like when that happens. The little barrier between the vegetables and the meat. So another thing to mention. Here's the meat for the recipe. This is intended to feed 2 people. Now, flexitarianism, whatever, where you eat a good helping of everything, this is a reasonable amount of meat, especially for a dinner for 2 people. So, all things considered, in fact, this is 12 ounces. This is actually quite large for, well, this one says 14 ounces. This seems quite a bit. I used 12 ounces. I want to say they used to be 8 ounces, but 12 ounces isn't bad. That's a pretty decent amount. But if you think about that, like you're supposed to eat 3 to 6 ounces of meat, like try to keep it around 3 ounces per meal. So, I mean, all things considered, this is probably on the high end of what normal people should eat meat. Like 6 ounces at a meal. So, now me splitting into 3 meals, it helps reduce the amount of meat. So that's, yeah. The good point is that the splitting matches the flexitarian diet a lot better. So another thing with cooking your own meat is that you need to make sure that you salt appropriately, meaning salt enough. So if you're like almost gonna have a heart attack and you need to cut back on salt big time, okay, I totally understand, but most of us aren't in that case, especially if you're in like the 200 to 300 pound range where you can have salt. I mean, salt is a nutrient your body needs. If you're not eating packaged food, that's a huge reduction in salt of the typical American diet. So if you're going to cook your own food in place of going out to eat, in theory, you could salt it as much as like McDonald's would. Obviously, you don't want to do that. I already salted that side. Look at that. You see the steam? That's 2 minutes in the microwave with plastic wrap and holes poked in it. The bowl is not dirty. I did the potatoes with the barbecue in it, so I figured it's all going to get mixed up in the lunch bowl anyways, and I like I like when the taste meld. But look at that, 2 minutes in the microwave. That bright green means you cooked it correctly. Like, oh yeah, not overcooked at all. That's nice. Okay, about to finish assembling. So I was supposed to put the sour cream on top of the chicken and then stick the crust to it, but I missed that. Like, sour cream, oh well. So since I microwave these anyways, and it all gets into like a mixture, it never really solidifies, I'm gonna put the chicken on it. And so I put the sour cream and then the honey from the recipe, but normally you would do this differently. And it also says put the honey on top of the chicken, but since this is going in my freezer / refrigerator for work another day, I don't want to make it really mushy on top if the whole point was to make it crusty. So the honey is on the bottom instead of the top. So the trick with the meat is to cut it into about yay big slices and then divide it out between your containers equally. So you'll start biggest, second biggest, third biggest, fourth biggest, fifth biggest, sixth biggest, and then the rest is just whatever. It usually goes to the one that looks small still. So I actually did cut it into 3, 6, 5, 11 pieces. So I mean, it won't distribute evenly, so I kind of got to be conscious that one's gonna get one less. So that'll get maybe 2 bigger ones right away. So it's funny with the different size containers that they actually have equal proportions. It just doesn't necessarily look like it. I do count everything out. I don't weigh it. I mean, it's just eyeballed. I did end up with one little extra piece, and I put it in the one I'm going to eat now. I eat the bigger ones because they don't fit in my freezer as well. So these are the 2 I'll take to work this week. Probably, I don't even probably need to freeze them because they do look pretty good. The crispy stuff I try not to freeze. I usually make it right away and then eat it, or make it to have all at once with other people. So calories are 660. So 1320 divided by 3, something around the 400s. Not bad. So I've gained quite a bit of weight rapidly, like 7 pounds or 10 pounds or something in like the last couple of weeks, and I'm having a hard time not wanting to just eat all of the time. And so I really, really want to be good this week. And I was like, I'm going to come home and I'm going to work really, really hard. Watching what I eat all day. Like Monday I ate an apple and one of my lunches, and then came home and it was like, okay, I'll have dinner and that's it. And so like I had the noodles that I had in the fridge still, which I knew was bad and I knew was like way too much carbs. But oh man, that kicked in the want to eat. So then I ate like chocolate and the rest of a donut. I'm not sure what that was. Today being Tuesday, it is Tuesday, I had to check. Really good at work again, like protein shake for breakfast or whatever, then one of my small meals for lunch, and then come home and it's like, actually, no, lunch today, I'm getting all mixed up. So today, I drank my smoothie in the morning, and then I had a baked potato before my house inspection, because I am buying a house. And then I had some soup, like chicken noodle broth at my boyfriend's house, briefly, before coming home. And so then I cook, and then it's super late, and it's like, I don't know, like 9 o'clock, and I eat dinner, or like, yeah, which was silly, waiting so late, but now I'm struggling with this, like, eat thing, and I mean, like, this is how I keep gaining, like, how I keep the weight, is that, like, I might not eat 3,000 calories every day. I might not eat 2,500 calories every day. I might do pretty good most days. I might go 1,600, 1,200 calories, like 1,800 on 3/4 of the days, but the other quarter of the days, 5,000 calories. Like, you hit these calorie marks and like people think, okay, I watched what I ate 3 of the 4 days, like in theory I should lose weight because I did really good those days. And that fourth day can just destroy everything. And it's so easy in this society because everything is so high in calories. Like anything you eat at restaurants, like it's so easy to lose track. Like an extra glob of oil, like, oh, that's 200 calories, you know, like stuff like that. Anyways, to my point, the sound is the teapot warming, is that now I'm going to try like some tea, like herbal tea. Yeah, the fruity stuff. And I add Kool-Aid to it, like Kool-Aid powder. It's like the lemon. And then sometimes I add a little bit of sugar, but not always. So I'm going to drink that. Maybe that'll help because just a little bit of sugar might satisfy this sugar crave. I mean, I know yesterday is because I ate the noodles, because when you hit carbs that are high, like you consume a lot of carbs, your body, like the sugar levels in your body spike and your insulin spikes, and so then your insulin says eat more sugar. So clearly my insulin's spiking right now and I need to just ride it out, but at the same time like satisfy this thing going, because like I'll walk back and forth to the fridge. Like, I'll be able to not buy stuff. Like, I won't buy junk food. Like, I had some chocolate in my cupboard still, which was a really bad idea that I purchased it originally anyways. But that's what I had yesterday. So, like, typically I don't have any candy. I don't have any, you know, like, I try not to buy any of that stuff. Like, I know I can't control myself. So, like, I'll just walk back and forth to the fridge, back and forth to the freezer, back and forth to the cupboard, the pantry, whatever. And I'll look for food and I don't even know I'm doing it. Like, I'll be watching TV and then I'll find myself at the fridge. I'll be drinking water and I'll find myself at the fridge. I go to turn the TV on, I find myself at the fridge. Like, and the TV won't be on for like 2 hours because I'll just keep getting distracted and going to the fridge. Oh, you know, do my work. Oh, going to the fridge. Like, it's not even, it's conscious and not unconscious at the same time. Like, I don't even know I'm doing it until I'm already in the act. Like, I will, like, almost wake up in the middle of biting a piece of chocolate. Like, I'll go, oh. Because up until that point I was on auto response, like no control. It's good to talk about. So totally lied. I'm not going to have tea. That sucks. Actually, I'm going to try this and see how it goes. I'm going to have a smoothie. It's 250 calories. That's fine, reasonable. It's still within probably my caloric intake. And that way I won't just sit there and consume. Like, I'm doing that pacing thing. I just want to get my whatever blood sugar under control. Like, just want to like calm the heck down because I am just starving. That I'm gonna try this. I got these. These are actually quite expensive, but I got it like a kit of like 9 of these. I made a video. I don't think it probably made it to you. Yeah. So I'm gonna make this. It's actually peanut butter banana. And it's definitely all powder. Yeah, no clumps or anything. Sometimes they've got oats in these things and it's like, ooh, okay. And you try to blend them up and it's just like stuff to chew on. And now it would be nice to try this with the almond milk. That's really good. However, I am completely out. Ooh, I made this a little bit watery. Oh, you can smell the peanut butter. Oh. Oh. Now I should mention, should mention that I usually do spoof up these kind of things a lot, so I don't typically drink just the powder. So I'm gonna try to add some stuff to make this a little tastier, and yes, not healthy things. Much better. I hate to say it, but they're all these shake people for me are competing with Slim Fast high protein chocolate, which is the greatest thing that ever came to protein. And yes, I say quotations because I don't know if you would really count Slim Fast protein as protein. Like, he's protein to some people, at least some.